Looking for an honest take on Imperial College London? The good and the bad? Well, you're in the right place. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Shivan and I'm a 5th and final year medical student studying at King's College London, and I make YouTube videos. Today I have here with me Shreya, and Shreya is going to be talking us through her experience at Imperial College London, the good, the great and the not so good things, so that we can get a better idea of what to expect when you go and study at Imperial College London, or if you're considering applying there, or if you're already studying at Imperial and looking for a bit more information. Before we get further into the video, I want you to go check out my YouTube channel, because over there I make videos about medical school, university, lifestyle and travel. So check out my videos. If you think there's something you'd be into, then definitely smash that subscribe button and join me for a lot more videos. So without any further ado, let's jump straight into this honest review of Imperial College London. Right, so Shreya and I have done a previous video, and that one was on how to study a master's at Imperial College London. So if you watch that, you know who she is. But for those who haven't watched that video, why don't you introduce yourself quickly?
Hi, I'm Shreya. I'm currently working as a revenue manager in the hospitality sector. However, prior to this, I had just finished a master's at Imperial College London in international health management, and then prior to that, I did my undergraduate degree in biomedical sciences.
She studied at King's and she studied at Imperial. So not only is she able to give us her review of Imperial, but she has somewhat of a comparison point as well, because Imperial is not the only university she studied at. Okay, so firstly, what did you study at Imperial and for how long?
I studied international health management at Imperial. It's now called global health management, and I did that for 1 year.
And that was at Imperial's business school, is that right?
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. I just want to get an idea. So how would you describe your overall experience at Imperial?
Overall, my experience was really great. I definitely walked out of my master's feeling like a changed person. I knew that I was better at communication, I was a better leader, I also was better at doing tasks that involves working in a team, and I just overall felt like I had become a changed person.
Okay, that's great. And would you say you enjoyed the experience as well?
Yeah, definitely.
Let's start off with one of the big questions. So I've heard a lot of mixed things about Imperial. You know, you hear that, of course, the people who study there are very talented and bright because it's such a great university. But I've heard about a degree of unhealthy competitiveness as well, and some sort of difficult experiences that people have had. So what is your take on the people you encountered at Imperial, your fellow students, uni students around you?
I honestly love the people at Imperial. I do think my experience would be different as a postgraduate student, because I think the competitiveness of Imperial does stem from the fact that, you know, a lot of people in undergraduate degrees are more competitive. However, I love the people. I did not feel like that at all. Everyone was really supportive, really nice and very helpful.
Okay, that's good to hear. And I think definitely by the time people reach their masters, they're pushing 22, 23, if not older, at 27, 28. So I guess there's a higher degree of maturity amongst people as well.
Yeah.
So I think that really helps. But yeah, in undergrad, maybe you won't encounter people like that, but I'd say there are a lot of nice people there as well, from what I've heard. Yeah, good people at Imperial, basically. Okay, let's now jump into Imperial's sort of standout point or standout advantage over most other universities, and that's their academics. So can you tell me a bit more about your academic experience, your course? How did you like it?
Overall, I really loved the course structure and the academics at Imperial. Everyone was really supportive. You know, there were loads of different modules, so a lot to learn from, and there were some really fun little modules as well, such as entrepreneurship, global health immersion, and we had different electives as well. So overall, it was a good balance between, you know, having obviously like the hard side of academics, but then also the fun side of it.
Would you say that the academics were quite practical and there was a lot of real life application, or would you say it was a lot of theory?
There was definitely a lot of real life application. So the group projects that we were given Some of them you had to assess real life situations and sort of apply whatever you have learned in the classroom into real life situations. We also had an entrepreneurship module, which is obviously very practical, and then a global health immersion module where you can head off to Singapore or other countries, whatever countries they have to offer. You can basically go to those countries and look at how the healthcare system works in those countries. So yeah, I'd say a good balance between obviously practical and theoretical.
Things like that, I'm assuming they would be there in all courses. Is that correct?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, because the Singapore thing, from what I remember, it was open to all business schools.
Yeah,
Is that correct? Yeah. Other than just classroom academics and stuff that determine your grades, what other sort of co-curricular opportunities were there in Imperial to sort of prepare you for the world out there and for your job and for finding a job and things like that, in terms of networking, events, things like this? Was there a lot of that, and what was it like?
I think Imperial was personally, in my opinion, very on it from the beginning. We were given access to this portal that had a list of networking events that we could attend. For example, I was told about this event happening in the BCG office in London, where I could go and network with employees that work there.
BCG is, if for those who don't know, is a huge consulting firm.
We were given a lot of opportunities to network, and in terms of co-curriculars, Imperial was very on it from the beginning.
I think that's one thing that really sets apart different universities. I think everyone pays attention to their academics, but the other opportunities that are available outside your specific course really make a difference.
Yeah.
Right, so that's a lot about academics, employability, co-curriculars. Now, what's the social scene like at Imperial? Because that's a huge part of being at university anywhere. You don't want to be at university where people are not social and there's nothing to do. So what was that like?
Social scene for an undergraduate student would obviously be very different to what it's like for a postgraduate student, but in the beginning of our semester, we basically got invited to this one icebreaker event, which happened at the Union Bar, which was a really nice way to get to know everyone, and obviously things were constantly happening throughout the year as well. We also had a personal cohort group chat where we would organize social gatherings amongst ourselves, and then we were also invited to this winter ball that happened at the Natural History Museum, and then there was another summer ball that happened later on in the year. So yeah, there was obviously a lot to do in terms of getting to know more people and being around your closest friends.
So now to sum up, I want to know, what was the best thing about Imperial, the one thing that set your experience at Imperial apart and made it really great?
I think it would definitely be that it has a massive impact and you can sort of feel that impact on your life. Like I said before, I really walked out of the university feeling like a changed person, and I'm not just saying it, for the sake of it. I actually felt like I was pushed to get involved in things that I would not have gotten involved in during my undergraduate degree. I also feel like I was pushed outside of my comfort zone. I was made to work with people I didn't necessarily know, or people that I've never worked with before. So all of those things really set Imperial apart from other universities, in my opinion. So I think that was probably the best part about it, feeling like a changed person for the better.
I think from what I took away from your experience, at least, was that people at Imperial are, or at least in Imperial Masters, and I'm sure in Imperial undergrad as well, are quite driven, and having driven people around you really makes a difference because it pushes you to do better. So that, coupled with the various opportunities present at Imperial to sort of build on your own skills and various networking opportunities, business opportunities, very practical modules that prepared you for employment and finding a job, that putting all that together, I guess that makes it a very good experience overall. And definitely helps you a lot in your personal development. Fine. Now we come to the controversial part. What was the worst thing about your experience at Imperial?
So obviously this is not a major thing, and personally I feel like I wouldn't actually change anything about my experience there, but I think one thing that students may find a bit different or unusual is that the business school is very separate to the whole of Imperial College London. So essentially, you're like in your own little world, very far apart from the other students. And obviously, you need access to the business school, so no one really from the other courses can come into the business school. So essentially, it's like very separate. So I feel like maybe if it was more integrated, it would have been nicer, but I still, regardless, really enjoyed my experience at the business school.
I think that's a point that exists with pretty much every London university, because all London universities are city universities, so their campuses are spread out across the city.
Yeah.
So if you're, for example, me, I'm a medical student, I spend all my time at the medical school campus, no time at the business school, law school. They're far away from me, so
Yeah.
I have limited interaction with people who are not doing any sort of life sciences degree. So that exists with all city universities, but you have to take the good with the bad, right?
Yeah.
And if the good outweighs the bad, I think if you're considering Imperial, you should definitely go for it. Alright, so I think that wraps up our discussion today about Imperial College London. Thank you, Shreya, for giving your 2 cents on Imperial and your experience. Overall, from what I took away from what you said, is that the experience was really positive and you got a lot out of it. So that's definitely a positive review for Imperial College London. Of course, go and check out the other video we made on how to get into Imperial College London for a master's. And if you have any other questions, feel free to drop them down in the comment section below and they'll reach me. I'll ask her and I'll get back to you. I think that wraps up our video today.
Yeah.
Thank you, Shreya, once again.
No worries.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you found it useful, and if you did, drop a like down below on this video, smash that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.